Greetings and salutations, my name is Kartosael and welcome to the first episode of a brand new series, Stellaris. So, for those who are unaware, Stellaris is a 4X grand strategy game. So you can explore space, kill everything, oh, that's an option, or befriend them, you know, whatever you want. Research, all that jazz. This is version 1.6 nowadays, so I'm not going to explain everything in minute details, because, well, there are plenty of others who already did that. So, let's get started. We're going to do a new game, of course, and we are going to play with the Kingdom of Kumaria, because I kind of decided that the whole Kumarian theme I had on the Laogai Minecraft server, I'm just going to continue it. So we have Kumaria, which is a Savannah world, because Savannah is also the biome I name in Minecraft. We look like this. It's kind of like dragon-y things, which I like. This is our flag. We are the Ascended Kobolds. Ascended Kobolds, should be saying that right there. We used to be kobolds, but now we're better. We have wings, we look like dragons, so there's that. We are a blood court, which is a hereditary form. And we are also fanatic purifiers, because I think that suits me. We have no diplomacy, and basically our goal in life is to purge the universe of Xenos, of other races. And we have nationalistic zeal, because I thought those two, they seem good together. Basically gives us more borders and more rivals, which makes sense because we hate everyone. We are fanatically xenophobic, and we are militaristic. Now, technically, if I want to truly represent the kobolds of Kumaria, they would also be fanatic spiritualists, and they would be authoritarian. It has words, I swear. Authoritarian. That. They will also have that and that, but because we only have 3 points, this costs 2, this costs 1, and that's what we go with. If you had 6 points, then I would also come with that and that, but we don't. So there's that. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to go back to the this screen. Our race is repugnant, meaning others hate us, basically. It really doesn't matter, because we're there to destroy them all anyway. We're communal, we like to stay together. We are strong. All that working in the mines and the farms really made them strong enough. And we breed because the Great Dragon tells us so. Now, there are several, the 3 methods of traveling through the universe. We're going with wormhole travel. You'll see what that is. Our weapons are lasers, because I like lasers. There's all to it, I like pretty lights. We have reptilian looking ships. So, there's all that. We're going to set up a universe, or a galaxy, really. We can go as far as huge, but we're going to stick with large. It's basically medium, because there is no small, so I really don't know why they did that. Why isn't there small, medium, large? Why is there medium, large, and huge? But oh well. You could go for a ring, which is kind of weird. Elliptical, spiral, 2 or 4 arms. I like the 4-arm spiral. I like the way it looks. 12 enemies. Actually going to bump up that number, so we have more things to kill, but also they have less room to expand, making them less likely to be these big thingamajigs. Advanced AI starts, meaning that some empires are have been going to space for a long time, and they are much tougher to crack. Fallen empires, they really suck. If I could tune them down, but I like to have a little bit of, I have a death reach. Let's keep it at that. Habits of worlds, I'll keep it at times 1, just a normal. Aggressive, normal. Difficulty, normal. There's also hard, but I'm not that good. And there's insane. Wow. But I'm not that good at the game. Actually, I'm not that good at gaming in general. So I'll keep it at normal. Allowed FTL method. I told you there were 3 methods. Any, they will allow all of them. Warp, hyperdrive. Well, I'm going to strictly allow wormholes. So every race has the same method of transportation, namely the wormhole one. It adds more strategic layers to it, because if you allow any, then you have to protect against any. It doesn't really allow specific strategies. You just have to protect against all. Empires, random or clusters, I'll keep it at clusters. So there are a couple grouped together, scattered around. Advanced neighbors off. I don't want to start next to an advanced one. We do have endgame crises, and we have Iron Man. Now, as the game is starting, there's something you need to know about phonetic purifiers. The one we're playing, everybody hates us. So the chance that, you know, they're all going to try and murder us is very big. So this might be a very short series. Anyway, if you want to read the lore behind the race, it's not much, probably full of spelling errors, but it's something. And this is it. You can read it if you want to, but I'm not going to read it out loud. We're going to begin. We have the star of the planet of Kumaria in the Eye of the Dragon system. Now, let's have a look around. This is the universe. We are actually fairly close to the center, which has its advantages and disadvantages. The further out you go, the less dense the stars are, so in that regard it certainly has advantages. So yay, we are red. I like red. Almost as much as green. And also, red was the color of Kumaria to begin with. So, we have a yellow governor. So, blackish, sure. Gesundheit. And this is our surface. Great, I suppose. This is how our ships look. I like the look of the reptilian ships. I really don't play them often enough. And it just looks so menacing with that red color. I love it. Anyway, those are just tiny ships. So, we have a science ship. We have a scientist in our scientist ships, and we're going to survey the whole system. Which means they're going to look at every planet, see if there's any minerals or energy or anything other we can mine from it, and then we can mine from it by building a station. This is our wormhole station. This allows us to travel to other stars, which we are not going to do at the moment. We have an itty bitty tiny fleet. As I said, we are phonetic purifiers, so everybody's going to hate us, and we hate everyone. So we are going to have to invest in a fleet pretty sharply. However, that is expensive. So you can look at our spaceport. The first thing we're going to build is a science ship, because you need to discover stuff around you as soon as possible. And we're going to start off with another corvette, just another spaceship. Science! Physics stuff, what we are going to research. This is a nice boon. This would also allow us to obtain 3 extra energy grids. Here's kind of like money. You use it to basically upkeep for everything, as you can see. Buildings, stations, ships, army, all require a massive upkeep. And having an early +3, as you can see, I'm only producing 3.7, or 15? 15? Wow. 15. So, upping it by 3 is a lot. 20% to be exact. I think. Well, so that's nice. Research period, of course, is very nice, but we're going to need a large fleet, and large fleet needs a lot of minerals. Energy, not minerals. We need minerals to build. Biolab, you know, this one also had the option of a physics lab, upgrades for science laboratories, which specialize, that's the one, the science you want to do. Which is nice, but the upgrade costs 90 minerals, which is a lot at the beginning. All that for 1 extra point of research. We already have a lot of growth. We are rapid breeders. So I'm thinking maybe going for an early boost in naval capacity. Engineering. Ooh, all good things. Again, too expensive. Armor will most certainly help our ships. However, a better thruster will allow every ship to move faster. And also allows us to evade certain things. because armor only helps against certain types of weapons. Other weapons have armor piercing, some weapons do not. So there we go. Then we're no longer on pause. The screen doesn't do anything for us, so we're going over here at the moment. Talking about the, let's see, Bloodborne Zos is the new heir to her empire. Great. Speaking of, how is our ruler? Our ruler is warlike. Hey, what a surprise! Blood Empress Xaz. So her weapons do more damage. Great. And expansionist, frontier and colonies are easy to build, which is great for expanding your borders. Our heir, on the other hand, likes to build, which is very useful, and lives for a long time. And we actually have an increased research speed because she's smart, apparently. Who knew? Smart kobolds. So I was going to say about the weapons like this. As you can see, lasers actually ignore parts of armor, so stacking up armor against laser-based enemies, not ideal. However, shields will help. And we're an anomaly. Anomaly level 1, failure risk 20%. Yeah, go research that, please. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to read all of them. Only like special events, and this certainly wasn't a special event just yet. So we're on normal speed at the moment. By the way, if you're wondering what's the goal of this game, just any game really, well, you can make your own goals that are not technically victory conditions. Yeah. Owning 40% of all habitable planets. Federation is like a big alliance sort of thing. Or, you know, murder all the things. We're trying to go for this one. Conquest victory. Are we going to succeed? Bloody unlikely, but we're gonna try. So let's speed up time. Too fast. Oh. Oh, you already finished the science ship a little while ago. Yeah, I forgot also cutie corvette. So the science ship needs a scientist. Who knew? We don't have any, so we're going to recruit one, which costs us a little bit of an influence. This is a normally discovery chance. It's useful. Statecraft and particles are nice, but not really all that useful at the moment. You are going to discover. Oh well. Survey this system. Why this one? This for sure has a habitable world. This toggles additional information like things we can still mine. No, actually things we have already mined. Things you can mine are actually displayed without this on. No, let's deactivate the hyperlanes. It doesn't really matter, I can't see them anyway, but they're deactivated in the game, so we don't have any sectors. This green circle I can unpause. The green circle is our sensor range, so anything within what moves within the green circle we know about. The yellow circle is the range of our wormhole station. Anything within this circle we can actually reach. Huzzah! There was something I wanted to do and I completely forgot what it is. Alright, I want to build another corvette. Gravity Crush. Let's see, at least no one got hurt. So I'm guessing that it succeeded. 120 physics research means 120 of these points, which for us at the moment is a walloping amount. This is produced per month, so 2 months we produce 12. This means it's 20 months worth of research we've had. Now this research isn't dumped immediately into our progress. As you can see, stored research is added to your current research at the same rate as that you are actually producing it. So we produce 6, and that means that we, from our storage, can apply 6. So it will be 20 months until we completely drain the storage, during which we double our research output, at least in physics. So let's go. Ooh! As you can see, we have a 3 here, with a diamond above. It means that we can build a mining station here, which will provide us with 3 minerals each month, and that is actually quite a lot. And one of our scientists has leveled up. So I'm going to make you enter this orbit, and as soon as we have 90 minerals, we're going to build a mining station. Three is actually a really nice amount, because each mining station requires 1 unit of energy credits. You are level 2, aren't you? Each mining station requires 1 energy credit, so the more a single mining station can produce, the more bang you get out of your buck. So 3 minerals actually pretty rare. Usually there are like 2. Discovery of alien life. Ooh. Nice boost to society. Teeming of alien life. Ooh. They are not sentient. It's just like alien cows, I suppose. And that will be in this system. You also have a 3. However, this 3 minerals is on the same planet that we actually can colonize. Which means, you know, either we mine it or we colonize it. You can't do both. Of course, colonizing will eventually produce a lot more for us. Yeah, we found alien life. Okay. So far, so good.
System
Up to speed even more. No. You're done scouting that system. It's a really poor system, by the way. Only 3 minerals. Well, now we're going to research all the other things. I want you to survey that one, because black holes often have very juicy science-based things you can quote-unquote mine. You can build, you can build mining stations like we're going to do here. You can also build research stations. Oh. Okay. Oh, look at that. If we build a science station over here, we actually get 6 society research, which basically doubles our society research output at the moment. That is such a big bonus. I'm actually going to prioritize that one. That's a lot of society research, and it's in my home system very early on. That's a very big boon. I love it. I like big boons, and I cannot lie. That was really lame. But, well, what did you expect? So, anything inside this green circle, we don't know if there are habitable planets or not, I believe, because we knew that. Yeah, we know that. So, this one could have habitable planets, we don't know. Same goes for this. It's outside our sensor range. What we could do is actually move over there with our corvette fleet, that's a military fleet, and actually kind of stake out the other places in our domain. Now, I can move there, but as you can see, I cannot move from there to there. I need to go back. That's the way wormholes work. Wormholes are basically one-way travels. So I can go there
complete.
And back again. Is there anything? Oh, that's 5 physics.
Construction
wow, that's a lot. Anyway, as I was saying, when you're in the system with a wormhole, you can teleport to any system inside the circle, and from any system inside the circle, you can go back to the wormhole. So if you want to go to a different, if you want to go from one system to another, there must be a wormhole in either one of those. Wait, I told you to survey that, didn't I? Oh, well, you are doing that. Never mind. I want you to survey that. Let's see what we got out there. Survey all the things. So you're coming back because, well, when they're out there, they cost a lot more resources. As you can see, my ship maintenance right now is 0.85 energy credit, minerals, wow, and 4.15 energy credits. As soon as these are docked, they change to this symbol, and my ship maintenance drops to 0.64, and my energy credit maintenance drops to 3.86. So if you're not using ships, any ships, including this construction ship, it's best to just let them chill out at any place that has a space station, spaceport. So this one's now chilling out, and well, it doesn't influence our minerals, but it does ever so slightly influence our energy. Very slightly, by the way. Huh. Well, whatever.
Anomaly found.
Oh, just a second. You're going to build a mining station and then return. Do we have any... Ooh, this is also very nice. That's a 2, not bad. However, we are running dangerously low on energy credits production. You are on level 1, the anomaly level is 2. Leave me for now. Once you level up, sure, but until that day, no. Let's not. So the early game is very much about exploration and slowly expanding your empire. Speaking of, how is Kumaria itself doing? You are building on that tile, expanding on that tile, which I suppose is okay. Do you really need the increase in food? Let's see. The more food you have in surplus, the faster your people will grow. Right now, because we have a surplus of 4, we have a 12% increase. Now, you won't always have a 12% increase when you have a surplus of 4. It depends on how many populations you have. If I let him go over here, once his bar is full, he has grown to a full pop, and he will work with his tile. A bit like civilization, I suppose. This will produce 2 food, which is a net increase of 1, because he will consume 1. This will go to plus 6, plus 5 even. I can count, really. Do I really need that bonus? No, I would rather have the extra mineral and extra energy credits. If I build a building on that, one of those will get tossed aside, and I will need to decide which one. Right, we have done our increase in naval capacity. We could do it again, not really what we want. Extra influence is juicy though. That allows us to build more colony ships, colonize more planets. You have a level 2 and you are level 1. Yeah, no. You are going to investigate this one. I usually first go for the ones inside my borders. You constructed a mining station. Great. So as you can see, our increase in minerals has gone up quite dramatically. However, energy surely is a problem now. Okay, that's a lot of minerals. That's not inside my borders. This is a bit weird, because you see the star and look, oh, it's in your borders, but no, the star is actually here. Now if you zoom out and you pan the screen, you can see that a bit better. So it's actually up there. But yeah, perspective and such. They try to make it a little bit 3D without being overbearingly so. Sadly enough, this 8 minerals are the first over 4 of them. So no. This one, yeah, if it wasn't on a habitable planet, I would go for that because it's a +3. However, so far I have no way of actually building a mining station that produces energy credits, which I really need. It's also twice 2. Oh, that's nice. Scientist cactus, not the one in one of these, is it? Oh, it is! Amazing! Oh, look at that! Energy credits. Sure. Anomaly level 2. These are energy credits, and I really want that. Habitable world survey, sure. In other words, they want me to survey 9 habitable worlds, potentially habitable, not like, yeah, you can actually live here, but well, because, you know, depending on the biomes, whether or not you can actually live there, but they basically want you to study any planet at least a species could live on.
Anomaly found.
Sure, level 1. So well, that's something that's relevant. So I'm going to finish my train of thought first and then go into that. The 2 energy credits is actually what you'll get. So theoretically you could say that it produces 3 energy credits and one goes up, one is used for the maintenance of the station, but this is, so it's an actual net gain of 2, which considering we are producing 0.14 is very relevant. We also have tradition. Unity is something that's produced, you can see why it's actually produced, 1 just in general and 6% extra and from effects, etc, etc. And Unity is used to purchase traditions. If you've played Civ 5, this is very, very similar. In fact, to be quite honest, similar to the point I find it a little bit cheaty, stolen, kind of, well, whatever. So there are 7 different traditions. And there are 8 ascension perks. As soon as you finish a whole tradition, you can choose an ascension perks, and they are quite powerful boons to whatever you do. One of them is like 10% research speed across the board. That's like 25 border range. Border range is basically the range you have here. My range is huge because I'm a militarist, which is like 25% bonus, and I'm also a I've also got National Zeal, which is another 10%, so my borders are already huge, which allows me to cover a lot of systems without building a lot of colonies. Now, the different traditions are expansion, which kind of makes, well, it doesn't need that much explanation. It allows you to build a lot of colonies and keep the cost down here. Because the more colonies you have, the higher the tradition cost, and the more population, etc. Also, the more diverse actually increases this. The more diverse your population. Domination is with like making vassals and such. Prosperity is aimed at maintaining a lot of credits. Harmony, happiness, discovery is focused on science. Diplomacy is, well, on diplomacy. This is basically going to be the last thing we'll do. Like literally the last of all 7 of them we're going to do, because we can't do Diplo. And supremacy is, well, the first thing you do is you get another 20% border range, which is awesome, and it allows you to eventually like build ships faster, more naval capacity. When you go to war, you can claim more planets when doing so. Better armies, better admirals, which is really nice, and each neighboring rival increases unity. Now, we are going to try and murder all the things, so we're actually going to go for supremacy. Though I do love discovery and prosperity. Prosperity, if you adopt it, it reduces your mining station build cost, which is amazing. Discovery does that for research stations and just boosts your science in general, which is awesome. And this just boosts your energy production. And well, ship cost and building cost would really be nice, but we go for the supremacy. Yes. And as you unlock a single thing, actually, as you can see, that increases the cost. So I can't just unlock prosperity and discovery for the adoption bonuses and then continue in supremacy. I could, but that would increase it by another 20%, 10 for each. So if we unpause, then our borders should grow. There we go. Our borders are actually really big, all things told. Let's see, engineering data, oh, that's always nice. Doubles that for a little bit, for 10 months. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. It's a bit longer than the next episodes will be. I'm going to aim for around 20 minutes, because this is the first one with a lot of explaining and the setup of the game. It's going to be a 30-minute one, roundabout. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. As I mentioned in my Kartosael channel news, I don't know when the next episode will be. When I have the time and the will to record, basically. Regardless, I will see you next time.